So I've had quite an interesting career with Outward. Went from teaching assistant to assistant principal. When I started at university, really helped in terms of flexibility with working hours, really understanding of me going part-time for a little bit so I could do that, and really supportive of that journey. Again, really supported through the TES Straight to Teaching programme, which I was allowed to complete while I was still working, and also sort of supported with the funding of that through different bursaries from Outward. I then, in my second year, moved to Outward Primary Academy Park Hill, where I started my first year in Year 6. And again, in a two-form entry school, where I still had the support of other Year 6 teachers who were really experienced. After being there for 2 years, I secured my position as assistant principal. I've now moved to Outward Primary Academy Woodlands, which is obviously two-form entry, again, developing those leadership skills further in a bigger school, in a bigger community, you know, that's got different challenges that we're sort of working together as a team to tackle. Some of the CPD opportunities that I've had are things like safety intervention training, safeguarding training, the English conference days, Year 6 conference days, and different AP network meetings. Working for Outward's given me a lot of different opportunities. It's given me the opportunity to work across multiple schools, some of which have been one-form entry, some which have been two-form entry, working with lots of different leaders and sort of trying to find my leadership style. With the OIE, I've done different conference days, so I've been part of the English conference days, the Year 6 conference days, which have all really given me an opportunity to sort of think about my role within school and what I can do to sort of have that wider impact. So the English conferences are a time when all the English subject leaders come together from different academies and sort of look at how we're going to move English forward in our own academies from the training that we receive on those. And then the assistant principal network meetings, again, they're a time when all the assistant principals come together and just really look at how to take things forward in our own academies. We also work with the director team, so with Laura, Ben and David, looking at sort of how we could have more impact within maths or within English, and how we sort of took our role as a class teacher to the next step, and sort of thinking about the leadership level of sort of our role. So working for Outward, I've had multiple opportunities to work in different academies, which have obviously all been in different communities, which has given me a really good understanding of sort of different children and the needs and how different schools need to run. So I had the opportunity to be part of the High Potential Leaders programme, which was run by mainly Jane Clayton and the other directors. The learning that we had during the time was really, really personalised. We got to spend time with sort of Jane and the directors one-on-one to really think about what my next steps as a leader needed to be, and how I could have the most impact for my role. But I think that sort of really high level of support and that sort of small group that we were in really nurtured my leadership qualities. There are lots of opportunities sort of moving on to associate vice principal and maybe one day moving into a sort of head of school role. I remember actually saying in my first interview when Lee offered me the job of assistant principal, it was absolutely shocking that I was there. Obviously in a good way, but just completely unbelievable. I have said it before, I wouldn't be at this point if it hadn't been from the support of sort of Outward and the directors and the, you know, executive principals. And that sounds really cheesy, but it is genuinely true. I don't think I would be an assistant principal today without having done the High Potential Leadership CPD programme. I think it gave me the sort of confidence and skills that I needed to complete the role successfully and, you know, find my way in the role and what it meant to me, and putting all those skills that I learned in the programme actually into practice. I think for colleagues out there wanting to develop their careers based on the opportunities available, the support provided and the room for progression, Outward is the place to do it.